All right, today we're talking about where to invest in real estate in Philadelphia. Now, it all begins with great research. I'm sure you've heard location, 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 but you want to understand the marketplace. You want to know what areas are the best. All right, so really in no particular order, I'm going to talk about some areas here. First, we got Logan Square. Now, the average price point in Logan Square is about $500,000. The median rent is just over $1,800. Now the rents do go higher, even up to $2,500. And of course in Logan Square, properties can go below $500,000, but also can go double, even triple that. Logan Square, you got major corporations and you've got major city offices, council and so forth. Now it is one of the most expensive parts of the city, but people don't mind. You get what you pay for. People want to be in Logan Square for that reason. All right, next on our list here, I got the second biggest neighborhood in Philadelphia is Chestnut Hill, an excellent area to invest in. So the median house value is right around that $500,000 price point. Now the median rents are higher than Logan Square comparatively. It's just around $2,500. Chestnut Hill is historic, it's fun, there's a lot of families there, there's a lot of young people there, so you have a nice blend of people. Next up, I got Fishtown. Now, Fishtown is still one of the most booming areas, one of the most popular areas of the city. You've got people that are young people flocking there. You've got millennials want to live there, but you've got adults and you've got families that want to live there. You've got people downsizing to Fishtown. It is absolutely still a great area to invest in, no doubt. You can't go wrong all day long. Beautiful average price point, right around $350,000. And your median rent is right just above $1,700. Now you've got coffee shops, you've got gastropubs, you've got shopping, you've got all kinds of fun things to do. Just under $400,000 price point. Now you can get stuff under $350 definitely, but the rent's around $1,750. It's a great return on investment, an excellent area to check out for sure. Now the properties in Fishtown only stay on the market maybe. The average I think is around 50 days. So you got to act quick, you got to move fast, but hey, money doesn't sleep, right?
My money don't jiggle, jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle.
Even if it's the worst time to buy a place in Philadelphia or anywhere, if you have the right location, you're not going to get hurt that bad. So is now a good time to invest in real estate? You always want to ask that question. Why am I investing? What type of property? You want to identify these answers to these questions while you're picking an area, but where to invest is what we're focusing on. Next up, I picked Port Richmond. Now, I'm basing this information on the quality of living, the crime rates, talking about how many places are rented versus vacant, so vacancy rate, talking to local landlords, boots on the street, and where do people generally want to live? Love Port Richmond, $220,000 price point average, $1,700 rent. You do that math and tell me if you can do any better. Actually, we can do better, but excellent area, Port Richmond. Super spots. Some places most people want to flock towards certain areas in Port Richmond. So if you want me to kind of hone in on that, let me know. Shoot me a text. I'll get you that information. All right. So you want the second highest rental yield here. I have for you the now booming area. Middle of 2022, it's booming. Grays Ferry, Devil's Pocket. Now, they don't sound like super popular or really great places, right? Average price point, $220,000, just like Port Richmond, right? The average rent is just over $1,700, but it has basically it's the second most popular part to live in the city. They're putting a ton of money into this area. They've got a brand new walking bridge that they created there. You can actually go fishing near here. So you're in the city, but you're also in a really great spot. Grays Ferry, Devil's Pocket is Forgotten Bottom as well. Those three, that general area is the most affordable neighborhood in the city. All right, so why are we picking Philadelphia anyway? I mean, first and foremost, it's awesome, okay? I told you it's awesome. That should be enough for you. But seriously, it's the 19th best place to live internationally. And that's just not me saying it. That's the World Wide Web, and you know if you heard it on the internet that it must be true. But in all seriousness, U.S. World Report says 19th best. It's one of the most populous cities in America, 6th largest. It's got a ton of universities, a ton of industry, a ton of different cultures. It's an entire melting pot, and it is half, a third less or more affordable. The prices of places are half or a third comparable to New York. Sorry, New York, the truth hurts. All right, next we got University City. Man, do I love this area. So you're near Drexel, you're near UPenn. You got a price point right around $400,000. Now there's some great places you can be in $600,000 and $700,000 very quickly. The average rents are around that $2,000 price point. They actually go a lot higher, and they do go lower too. So I'm really using averages just to kind of picture, to depict, to illustrate why are these areas most popular. This is one of the most cleanest parts of the city, depending on how close you are to UPenn. Now, don't anybody hold that against me, but the vacancy rate there is almost zero. Even with pandemics, even with people getting, even with people's behaviors, right? It's an excellent spot in the city to buy, to live, to rent, to invest in. All right, where else should we invest in Philadelphia? Definitely South Philly. Now, I'm picking specifically Bella Vista. And I'll talk generally about South Philadelphia because I love it. It's probably the best place in the entire city to invest in. It's the age-old, the friend that never gives up on you. All right, so Bella Vista, you got a lot of townhouses, you got a lot of low-rise buildings. The price point there is definitely a little pricey. It's just over $500,000, but your average rents are very comparable in that $2,200 range. Bella Vista is great. You got a lot of wide streets. You got a lot of places to park. There's a lot of garages there. It's a super popular part of the city. It is so pretty. It does literally mean beautiful view. Is it beautiful? Bella Vista, pretty place. Okay, let's just say looks good. All right. So coming right into that though, South Philadelphia. I mean 19147, 19148, 19146. Right there, South Philly. All the way down as far as Packer Park, near the complexes, but anywhere South Philadelphia, you cannot go wrong. There's people that come from all over the world, and they know that South Philly is okay. I'm not going to go wrong in South Philadelphia. I don't know where to live. Let's go to South Philly. Average price points in South Philadelphia, close to $300,000, $250, $260, $270. We can get stuff under $250 as well. Average rents $1,800. I mean that math is great. It's the old standard. It's a solid place to invest in Philadelphia. The catchment, the school catchments there, the school boundaries are really well run. All right, so in case you've never been to Philly or you've never invested in Philly, Philadelphia is known as the city of neighborhoods. So it's very eclectic. It is a cultural melting pot, but each neighborhood is different, and each neighborhood will attract investors and will attract different people and will make it easier for you to choose where. All right, so next up I got Temple. Now, Temple University is definitely a sketchy area. I mean, it's scary in some places. I'm not trying to paint it as a really negative place or a bad place, but it certainly has a higher crime rate. Temple University, they do have their own police force. So anywhere that Temple's police force is in charge of or protects is a great investment spot. But there are some really nice places in Temple, and there's a ton of cash flow there. The average price point is $400,000, and the average rent is about $4,000. Now that meets a 1% rule. And how important is that to real estate investors? You might hear that, but definitely Temple University, even with pandemics and everything going on, Temple Health System is maybe one of the biggest. It might be the biggest health system in the entire area. Got to mention Temple University. Definitely be ready for more trash on the streets and just a little bit shadier place of the city, but nonetheless they make a lot of money there. You get cash flow there and you get appreciation. All right, so like a hidden gem, and I don't want to drag this on, but a hidden gem is definitely Old Kensington. Now that is tucked right between Fishtown and Northern Liberties. Oh, Northern Liberties is a great spot, super popular. You got Old Kensington, you got Fishtown, you got Northern Liberties, all up in that section of the city. Definitely great places to buy. Now, where else is good? Anywhere near the airport. This is generally speaking. Anywhere near any hospital. Doesn't matter where it is. The worst part of the city, near a hospital, you're okay. Why? People that work at the hospitals want to stay there or want to live near there. And it always is a populous spot. It's usually a better kept parts of areas, generally speaking, near hospitals, near schools. The greater Northeast is a super popular spot in our city, just getting near Bucks County, but also anywhere Northeast or greater Northeast, as they say, like how far Northeast should I go? Okay, also near New Jersey. You want to get over to New Jersey quickly. Any of those spots will do. That's anywhere in the city, even far Northeast or down south is fine too. Now, around that center city part is definitely more expensive. Near the airport, I think I mentioned that. Anywhere on the outlying spots of the county. Now, most of the jobs in Philadelphia, if you work for the city, you have to live in the city, but a lot of them you don't have to, but people still want to be close and have a closer commute. So if you're going to be investing in Philadelphia, you want to be near the counties on the outskirts of the city, but near Delaware County, Chester County, Northern Western, certainly West Philadelphia. I mean, we can go through this ad nauseum. If you would like to give me a call, you can send me an email. All right, well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know that too. Hit a comment there. While you're hitting things, hit subscribe, hit like, hit that bell notification. We put out a ton of epic content here and living in Philadelphia, investing in Philadelphia, and I hope you found this video useful. Gregory Martire, your local real estate expert here in the greater Philadelphia area. Have a great day, everybody.